or welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine and I am here to do a collective reading for the full moon in Capricorn, which is taking place on July 3rd at 4:39 a.m. Pacific time. Adjust for your time zone wherever you are in the world. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I'm super excited about this full moon. I'm super excited about Cancer season. Some of you might know I am a Cancer rising sign and a Capricorn moon sign. So there's a lot happening for me in this energy. But I feel very equipped to navigate it. I hope you are all doing well. A couple of things. I am open for personal readings. I will be open for personal readings through the month of July before I take some time off. So if you would like to book a personal reading, please do so by the end of the month. I will take personals from my Patreon subscribers. Hi guys. I will take personal reading bookings from Patreon subscribers and people who are subscribed to the North Star package or one of the Access packages. But other than that, I won't be taking personal readings. I'm not sure how long that's going to be for. If you're interested in any of those things that I said, you can DM me on Instagram if you have questions, or you can just go to the link in the description box below and see all of the information about what I offer there. There will be an extended reading for this over on Patreon, so if you're interested in that, join us there. And do remember that Patreons see most of the readings that go on YouTube before everyone else. So if you're interested in early access to readings, you can also join us on Patreon and other readings that I do over there as well. So let's go ahead and get into this energy. I will say that I have been trying to do this reading for about an hour. I'm clearly in a different location because there was so much noise in the back of my apartment from the people in the back that I relocated to the front. But now there's all this noise in the front, so it's just going to be noisy. If we hear it, we'll just embrace it. And Aziza is going to get her shine right here. Say hi to Z. And so let's just talk a little bit about this energy. Capricorn energy. Capricorn is all about achieving the goal. Capricorn gets it done. Capricorn understands that where there's a will, there's a way, right? It's the sea goat, right? So what do we know about goats? Goats can scale mountains, right? They can overcome obstacles, defeat the odds. And then also, when we think about the sea, we think about emotions and the subconscious, and Capricorn really has a good understanding of sort of both of these realms, that get it done, sort of taskmaster almost, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is, the planet of responsibility and kind of strictness almost. And so Capricorn is about that life. Capricorn will do what it takes to get it done. So as we're sitting in this full moon energy in Cancer season, it feels like a really good opportunity for access to a major healing point for the collective, sort of lightening up our individual loads and moving through cycles of repeated cycles, almost karmic cycles, right? Because again, Saturn is also about karma. Capricorn energy is karmic energy, but moving through cycles that have been restrictive, or some people describe it as dense or difficult, by first of all witnessing them and acknowledging them and not sweeping them aside and brushing them aside, but then allowing for any of the feelings that are coming up, right, Capricorn goes deep, right? Capricorn understands the emotional body. So you could be experiencing sadness or doubt or fear, anxiety, any of these things could be popping up right now for you, as you're sort of working through this energy. But then also, like, you're opening up to a higher and healthier expression for your life, right? By accessing that point of resistance, that point that needs the healing, and then actually going through that process. There was a really great conversation that happened in the comment section on one of my Patreon posts, just about actually like digging in and really that moment when you realize you've gotten past the surface level healing and you're actually like digging in and like touching in the wound and trying to clean it out. That really difficult stinging, that moment where it's like, oh, I thought it hurt before, but this really stings. You know what I mean? But that's when you're getting to the healing part of it. That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at individually. That's where we're at as a collective. And it's all leading to this higher, healthier expression of self. This energy is asking us to hold our own selves accountable for our healing and ultimately responsible for our own growth. And so it's really exciting. I've been seeing all of these images of clocks and getting all these clock references, timekeeper references. And they said very specifically that what did they say? The watchmaker is also the time bender. This might mean something to somebody. So maybe you might, if you get a watch for a gift, maybe there's some messages in this reading for you. But they said that the watchmaker is also the time bender, which is really like, because watchmaking, it takes such precision, and without that craft, there's no measure of time, and the watchmaker really actually dictates like how fast that watch goes, like how it's calibrated, right? So the watchmaker is the time bender, and God is the ultimate watchmaker, right? Because everything's happening in this perfect timing. So and I also am like seeing a lot of like kind of gears slipping, and so it's signifying to me that like there's like these time lapses, these jumps in times, these opportunities to for accelerated level ups. But the idea is that you want to be able to sort of meet your future present and prepared. And so in these moments of healing and these opportunities for healing, really taking advantage of them, because as the time is slipping ahead, it's slipping forward for us. We want to make sure that we are doing everything that we can so that we can meet the new frequency in alignment. Okay. All right, so let's get into a reading here. I brought some cards out here, so let's see where we're going to start off. Let's start off with the wisdom of the oracle. Some water. Excuse me. Okay. Messages for the collective, for the full moon in Capricorn. Three cards, please. One more. Thank you. One more. Thank you. Imagine. Clean it up. This is what we're doing right now. We're cleaning it up. We're sort of like it's that periodic defrag that we have to do on the computer systems. I know we don't do that anymore. I don't think that's done anymore. I don't know what they call defragging now. But if you if you know about back in the day computers like me, you know you had to defrag your PC in order to like sort of put the folders and the files and all of the information in order, so it didn't take up as much space, making sense of a lot of the the resistance and the density that perhaps we were just kind of like sort of skirting around or tucking ourselves around, trying to like, you know, I'm not going to deal with that right now. It's going to let it just sit there, but I'll try to go around it, or like, you know, well, I'll be fine right here. No more. It's now time to sort of clear that, defrag it, put it in its proper place so that you can continue moving forward. This is the cleaning up phase. It's opening up imagination for you, allowing you to have that healthier vision, that higher vision, that that shifted perspective that like things can work out, right? Recognizing sort of like these moments of like, well, that's what they said. It's like you're going to start to have access to a series of mini miracles that are going to signify to you that you've cleared a significant pathway for you to start to step forwards. It's not saying that like there's a straight way up ahead. It's kind of like giving me like a turbulence energy. I like turbulence personally. I don't mind turbulence just because it like keeps me aware and awake, and or not even awake, but like just like turbulence feels like an access point to reality somehow. I don't know. It's just like bumps. It feels like bumps. It feels like bumps on a road. So when I'm in an airplane, it's just like an access point to reality. Like I know what that feels like. So like you're going to have access to a series of mini miracles, and when you see these mini miracles happening all around you, happening for you, it's going to let you know that like you're sort of like free to like take that step ahead into this next phase of life, something that you've been thinking a lot about. Thank you, regeneration. It's you might feel like you're like in a like respawning. Respawning is how they're giving it to me. So like you might feel like you are going like you're going through this like very narrow channel. It feels like that too, because it feels like there's like this little like you've put it off, like you've put this one narrow channel off long enough. It's time to sort of go through it, dig through it, so that you can experience the regeneration that happens on the other side of it, the new life. Energy changing from this like sort of like fiery do to more of like a grounded feeling, heart-centered energy. For some of you, opening up of the throat chakra, like being able to speak more clearly. Expressing the things that you're passionate about differently or at all. Like it feels like perhaps there's been all these things bubbling under the surface. You could have hidden talents for some of you, or some that you are just not. The way that you are going to be sharing something that you're passionate about is going to be different moving forward. Taking a more grounded, heart-centered approach. Something opening up to you there. Let's see. You guys, I haven't even gotten to the tarot yet, and here we are. Let me get one more. It's talking. Okay, let's see. Make changes. Do all you can to be all you are. Receive guidance with the heart of the earth. It's like I said, moving to that more heart-centered and grounded energy. Look at these colors, they're complementing. You're moving to a more heart-centered and grounded heart-centered and grounded expression. Like you might have done things before, like you might have thrived on a level of chaos, or you might have felt like you could have been one of those. I was talking to a friend about this week too. You might be one of those people that like always needs an adversary, or like people getting angry or something is the way that you know that they care, or something like that, or like that's the way that you show that you care, is like through like, you know, passionate expression or something like that. Or you could be someone who thrives on chaos. Let's just put it out there. Or historically, you have thrived on chaos, and really, like you may be digging into that and imagining like, oh wow, maybe it can be different. Maybe it can be different. New beginning that is about flow and balanced, healthy expression of emotion, and sort of like going with the current of life. You're realizing like, oh, maybe I can make specific changes now. These mini miracles are like sort of like opening your eyes to like, oh wow, that could like I could really change the way I approach life, change the way I approach relationship, change the way I approach career, and wow, yeah, that's exciting. Some of you might have been expecting, I don't know, you might have been expecting some sort of harvest or something, and that's not happening. Why isn't it happening? Somebody put the cart before the horse. Like, it's like not taking the risk factor seriously. Somebody didn't take the risk factor seriously, and then the thing that they didn't make a contingency for happened, and so they lost a harvest. Could be traveling to the redwoods here soon. Redwood forests. That comes up a lot. Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's the healing from this old story. This old story of hurt and betrayal, and perhaps feeling like a victim, holding on to anger, and really stepping into the healing. The Ten of Swords and the Star card. Really leaning into the healing, because knowing on the other side of that, there's like you'll find yourself in the spiritual alignment. There's something here about learning how to deal with your anger better too. Anger, or like passion. Learning how to temper your passions. I don't have the Temperance card yet, but it's learning how to temper your passions, how to wield them in a way that serves you, is what I'm getting. Sometimes it feels like perhaps that you might rush into things sometimes and wind up wind up getting hurt, but also hurting yourself, just because there's not a lot of there's a lot of passion behind the action, but there's not a lot of thought, or it's just not it's not grounded action. But now, thank you. Yes, the healing brings you into this energy of responsibility. That's that Capricornian energy right there. It brings you into this energy of this mature energy, Thank you. Yeah, this is a buck moon, right? And the buck moon is all about maturing. When the bucks when their antlers start growing, that means the bucks are maturing, right? And that's what's happening here through the healing. There's a maturing of the expression. There's even a maturing of the passions, right? Understanding that you can be passionate about something without creating chaos around it, and figuring out how to do that. How to not get carried away. Yes, thank you. Or not get so carried away that you bring yourself to points of exhaustion, and like you go into something like fighting this battle head on with no strategy. Here is what I'm getting here too. This is all changing. This is the rebirth. This is the death for the rebirth here. The death for the rebirth here. Regeneration, transforming. You are transforming into a more mature version of yourself. For some of you, your bank accounts are also growing. For some of you, relationships are maturing. They want me to say it all. Like, this is all under this Capricorn full moon. I mean, this is a really big month in general because we have the nodes switching to Aries and Libra. The North Node and the South Node are switching to from Scorpio and Taurus to Aries and Libra. So that's really exciting. We also have this new moon in Cancer coming up on the 17th. That is like squaring Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. It's a lot going on this month, and like I said, those wheels of the watch, those little gears, those little mini gears, the wheels, the works, they're slipping ahead, right? And so it feels like turbulence, but the trick here is, the gag here is that you can find yourself in this healed state, stable, ready for what's coming into you, as long as you take this moment here to to focus in on the healing, to release that old story, to no longer feel like a victim of circumstance or a victim of other people, and welcome in these new opportunities. Understand that the new opportunities are on offer for you. There's aces are potential. You have the Ace of Wands. There's potential for new beginnings. And again, for maturing, some of y'all's bank accounts are about to go all the way up. You could be combining resources with someone as well. For some of you, these sleepless nights, this endless worry that you may have been going through, anxiety, fretting over the past, letting the past haunt you, that's ending. Finally walking away from the experience. Not the lesson, from the experience. You're finally walking away from the experience. I hear somebody say, I've been walked away from that experience. No. You've understood the lesson for the long time, but you've sat in the experience. Now there's the walking away from the experience. It's the moving away from the experience. How that happens, that usually happens by somehow like, integration of a lesson feels like a lot of different things. For some people, it's like talking about it, right? It's like being able to talk about it, being able to discuss it is a way of taking your power back. For others, it's like turning it into profit somehow. Yeah, for some of you, it's turning it into profit. For others of you, it's just going on about your business and being successful in your own life. Success is the best revenge, is what I heard. Yeah, there you are taking your power back from something that's held on to you for too long. Give me one on this devil. Look at the Ace of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Some of you sat in situations where there just wasn't any, like, you didn't have any love for it and it didn't have any love for you, and you sat there for a very long time. You sat there for a very long time. Wow, King of Wands and the King of Swords come out. You have the King of Wands, the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles all out here. What's the king that's not here is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is not here. But the Emperor is here, right? That's what's missing to sort of unlock this Emperor energy, taking your power back, is getting back into your heart center. King of Cups is about accessing that emotional body. Remember, Capricorn has access to that too. Not only do they sort of strive to attain a goal and do it successfully, but also they can go deep, right? They have unique access to the emotional body. And that's what will unlock this taking your power back from this devil energy, from this sort of mindset, or could have been a codependency, could have been could have just been like a small bad habit that you had that was holding you back, it could have been like a toxic relationship. I'm not going to hold you. Here's the Three of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you could have been sitting in a relationship. You could have been sitting in a relationship where you were not being honored, or perhaps you were the one being dishonorable in the relationship because you weren't moving from your heart center. Whatever it is, separating from it now. No more collaboration there. There's no more collaboration with something that where like you just were not being honored, or you felt like you were not moving in integrity. You were not being a leader, because this is the energy that you want to step in. You want to step into the energy of leader. You want to step into the energy of integrity. You want to step into the energy of responsibility and accountability. That's what you want to step into, right? How do you do it? Gotta unlock the heart center. You gotta unlock the heart center. The Hierophant. Knight of Cups. Getting there. Knight of Cups is here. Little, like, small, you could, in small doses. It feels almost like your heart center is being unlocked in small doses. It might take a while. Some of you might be like ending like a marriage, or like a long-term commitment, or even like leaving somewhere where you've worked for a long time. But whatever, there's changes that are happening. There are changes that are happening, so they can find you in new alignment, in new connection. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. With it, like, where you land next is like such a major part of your legacy, your ability to build your business, build your business. Some of you like are going to like, you're leaving something behind and building a business, and that really is going to create such a huge part of your legacy moving forward. Money is looking so bomb here. Or resources, whatever you consider to be wealth, it's looking good here. So hold on, just hang on. If you're looking for work is coming, or like if you're waiting for your business to take off, it's coming. If you've been waiting for that relationship to grow your family, it's coming. She just, I don't know if y'all heard, she just said, I just asked if you wanted anything. Listen, if you want it, ask for it. If If you want it, ask for it. Ask for it now. Prepare yourself for it now. Prepare yourself as you're going through this rebirth, this regeneration process. Getting your heart right so you can bring your heart into the story. This go round. You're going to bring your heart into the story. I love that. I love that. I'm going to leave it. Okay, let's get, I have the mystical shaman, and then I also have the gateway of light activation. So I want to get a message from both of these to wrap this reading up. I can't believe I've been talking so long. If you have made it this far, drop me like clocks, watches, hourglasses, anything that keeps the time. The watchmaker is also the time bender. You gotta have that precision about your life in order to sort of like hop the timeline to get to the frequency that you desire, right? Because it's like there's this very clear knowing now. As you're seeing these mini miracles unfold in front of you, there's a very clear knowing now that whatever you're separating from, it has to happen. It is time. It's time for it to happen. So let's see. Let's just get one of these. Is that one? No, that's two. Let me just get one, please. Ooh, there it is. Okay. I'll take it. And let me get one of these, please. Whoa, that's so many. Can I just have one? I might have to pull it. No, I'm going to take this one as it's up because it makes sense for this reading. There we go. The one is looking right at me. Perfect. Okay, cool. So we have the crow. Number 13. Oh, shoot. And there was one underneath of it. I didn't even see it. And then we have the wind, number 63. And then we have ancestral realm, karmic release, healing the lineage, and boundaries. This is beautiful. I'm going to read the crow. We're going to leave the wind. We know that changes are happening right now. You feel the turbulence. You feel the turbulence, and it's okay. It's okay because it's like keeping you present in the moment so that you don't try to escape this very, very prime healing opportunity. Okay, so let's read the crow first. It says, "The crow is the keeper of universal law, the law of truth. Crow teaches us to walk our talk, to find congruence between who we say we are and who we really know ourselves to be. The winged one insists that we speak truth, that we create truth instead of searching for it, and that we bring truth to every situation we find ourselves in. When you speak truth and practice truth, eventually everything you say becomes true. Your power to co-create with truth is the universal law. Correct what is untrue in your life without judgment. Let the truth set you free. Be true to your word. Crow arrives just as we have convinced ourselves that what we are doing is right and justified. And while this may be the case in the realm of relative truth, in the higher realm of absolute truth, it is not. Look deeply into your heart and remain alert, lest you convince yourself of something that isn't deeply true for you, or perhaps is not the highest truth. Do not seduce yourself with illusions." Yes, Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So many illusions, so many opportunities to get lost in illusion. Don't do it. Again, stay present. This is a prime opportunity to move ahead. Okay, let's take a look at this astral realm card. Let's see. Okay, so your message for the ancestral realm. It says, this card initiates healing on all levels, but particularly on the family line. There may be some ideas and beliefs in your family that you find limiting or negative. Know that they need not be your truth. You have the opportunity to go beyond the challenging energies of your family lineage. If you are in a particularly challenging time or facing energies that are harsh and even overwhelming, the energy of your ancestors is with you now. They are here to hold a sacred and safe space so that you can rest. Your ancestors are surrounding you now. They are here to seek forgiveness for any harmful decisions that were made without full awareness and for any negative effects that those are having on you now. If you have found that a particular family member has been difficult or a relationship has been negatively impacted because of situations or ideas that stem from the past, know that a great cleansing is taking place at this time. The ointment for the wound is the energy of forgiveness. This isn't about accepting what happened as fine, but realizing that the energies of the past no longer govern your present. It is about choosing to create your own happiness and live from your own heart. Keep your boundaries strong, but be open to carving out a new path. Boop. All right. That has been the message. I am going to go over to Patreon and do an extended. If you hung out with me this far, wow. Drop them time pieces down in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed and I resonate with you as a reader. And join us over on Patreon. That's where I'm about to go. All right. And that's all I got for you guys. Please know that I'm sending you so much love, so much peace, and so many blessings. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.